Welcome everybody to the very first game of Act 2 of Violent Ends, your tournament series being hosted by myself and Romeo. In very first game of Act 2, we're going to have Nimphelos playing as Beta, a contender that also contended in Act 1 of Violent Ends, and we're going to see what he has to offer. And his opponent is somebody that's new to the Violent Ends series, but certainly well recognized by the Grey Goo community. He has shattered the leaderboards, has an incredibly powerful beta playstyle, and all the other beta players in the community fear him. It is TheMista playing as Beta in the top right. The map is going to be Mountain Pass. We've got a single refinery, single factory from both players, but we're actually going to have double factory down here from Nimphelos in the bottom left. And we've got wow, this is an interesting build. I've never seen a build like this before. Two small hubs going up from his scout before it leaves the base. And they're both paused. Nimphelos' scout, on the other hand, has just made it into the Mista's base. And I think that this, I don't think, I know, that this small hub prevents any walls from his opponent being constructed. So he cannot block the geysers as long as that small hub is paused there. Although I think that he could just shoot those. But I guess he's more concerned with scouting than destroying those hubs. And we have a lot of commandos leaving Nimphelos' base, sort of spreading out all over the map. And this commando is going to get chased away by these three. So quite a few commandos being produced by both of these players, and we've actually got a second factory being constructed in the Mista's base as well. So very aggressive opening from both of them. Wait, second factory from Nimphelos actually got cancelled. Okay, interesting. I guess given what he saw in his opponent's base, he decided to change his build up a little bit, but I'm not sure what he's thinking of doing. I should probably turn off the MooBot sign-up link since the tournament is happening right now. I'll do that after this game, if I remember. Second refinery going up here in the Mista's base. Second factory has completed, and the geyser is going up there. Or extractor. Meanwhile, in Nimphelos' base, we have a second refinery and two small hubs being constructed, as well as a harassment force making its way towards Nimphelos' base here in the middle. That was a little awkward. And there goes the scout. Since the scout saw this attack coming, he is building himself a wall turret preemptively. He's also got two factories under construction there. He's got 6 commandos here in his base available to defend against 7. So it's really going to come down to who can micro better in this engagement more than anything. 7 commandos now versus 7. It's going to come down to micro. They do manage to snag 2 harvesters, which is a huge economic blow to Nimphelos. That is definitely a serious setback. Although Nimphelos does pick up one of those commandos. And each of those harvesters carries 177 catalyst, and a commando's only worth 80, so that was definitely a good trade for TheMista, who's now backing off. He's also got more commandos making their way over here on the flank. Only 2 of them. Will they be able to pick that up? Nope. They will get screened away, and these 2 factories have completed and are producing commandos now as well. Meanwhile, in the Mista's base, we've got this small hub is actually going to complete now, and he's probably going to throw a refinery up on that soon to get his economy going a little bit more. These 6 commandos are continuing to look for opportunities over here on the left. Nimphelos' massive commandos is making its way all the way over here to the right, and it looks like the Mista may be able to sneak in and get another harvester here. He does manage to pick up 1 commando, 2 commandos, without losing any. And he's got a few more forces massing here, as well as the 3rd refinery going up. and a stealth attachment, as well as another factory, so we're probably going to see stealth stalkers from him very soon. And he's making his way back into Nimphelos' base. Again, will he pick up another harvester? Yes, he will! And with just these 7 starting commandos, he has done a huge amount of economic harassment, picking up 3 of his opponent's harvesters before getting really, truly chased off. We've now got some offensive wall turrets going up here, and another force of commandos wants to get some harassment done here, but they will get screened away. And another refinery is going up here in Nimphelos' base. Small defensive force is gathered here in TheMista's base, and a 4th refinery is going up there as well. Wait, what? I wish I knew what was happening here. Huh. Wow, okay, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice. I wish there were a way for me to have noticed that earlier, but Nimphelos had a stealth attachment on his headquarters and produced a seeker which was scouting in Mista's base. So Nimphelos has actually been scouting here for some unknown amount of time. The seeker just died, but he probably knows that his opponent is going stealth stalkers pretty soon. And again, he might be doing the same. Obviously, we have no way of seeing what their research choices are. But neither of them really has very many stalkers right now, so it'll take a while to mass a respectable amount. Mista has quite a few cooking already. And Nimphelos is actually making an aggressive push out of his base with his force of commandos, and it looks like they're doing almost the exact same thing here. Although Mista is currently operating on 4 refineries, and Nimphelos has only 3. No sign of any proxies anywhere, as far as I can tell. TheMista has quite good map control right now, or at least good map vision. Although his defensive position here looks like it's going. What was that? He just jumped off of his own wall turret and like died instantly. He could have at least been somewhat annoying. His commandos would have taken forever to kill that thing if they had chosen to do so. But I guess that was probably a misclick. I don't know. No stealth stalker research from either player yet, as far as I can tell. Actually, Nimphelos might have it. I don't see any stalkers walking around, so yeah, I think he does have it. I'm not really... Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does, okay. He has some mystery number of stalkers on the field. Uh-oh, here comes an attack from TheMista on this extractor. It's gonna go down quick. Oh, and a seeker. Okay. Half of this battle I can barely even really comment on because it's invisible to me. But TheMista's scouting force of commandos there is going to get completely taken out. And Nimphelos has a 4th refinery now, as well as a large factory about to complete. Meanwhile, here we've got walls going up to defend. And, whoa, what was that? Oh, wow! There is apparently a big group of stealth stalkers in TheMista's base right now from Nimphelos. Just took out a small hub. That's going to have to go back up to... oh, 2 small hubs actually got taken out there. Apparently he had no seekers to deal with that. So nice pickup there by those stalkers. Going to get some nice economic harassment there on TheMista's economy. Just as small hubs those will have to be reconstructed. Meanwhile, a small force is over here in the top left. We've also got a big defensive force here in Nimphelos' base, but it looks like that's about to leave. Or just, I don't know what his plan is with that giant blob. Pretty soon, both of these players are going to need to think about expanding outward. They're definitely going to mine out their initial resource points soon. More walls going up over here on the left. It's got quite a few hailstorms here. Hailstorms are a decent counter to stealth stalkers as well if you know where they are. Because you can manually fire. I wouldn't say a counter necessarily, but they are not helpless against them either. Oh! Seeker goes down. Both hailstorms were killed, but I think all of Nimphelos stalkers in that group did just die. And it looks like another group is on its way. I really wish I could see the invisible units. I have no idea what's going on. Intricate master strategy here from Nimphelos being pulled off. But it's invisible. I wish I could like build a seeker and run around the map with it. More walls going up. Looks like that hub got sniped again. I didn't even see that happen. Hub got sniped again. More wall. I think he's gonna be completely walled in now. Yeah, he will. So those stealth stalkers will no longer be able to get through without attacking a wall first. So that's going to definitely be a problem for Nimphelos. We got a Nimbus over here just kind of hanging out apparently. As for economy, it looks like Nimphelos is still operating on only 4 refineries, which is not that many. Meanwhile, his opponent... Wait, oh, I take that back. Nimphelos has a... How does Nimphelos have a refinery over here? Like, how has TheMista not noticed this? I have no idea when that refinery went up, but I am highly amused that they both have refineries, like, extremely close to each other, and neither one of them knows about it. And neither one of them has built a proxy in the bottom right, but they're both just happily letting the other person mine away up here in the top left. Looks like Nimphelos was the first person to try to pick this up, and he will take out the hub. And his stealth stalkers are probably moving into the brush now to engage the defending commandos. But there are Nimbuses on the way as well as a big force of TheMista's own stalkers. And that Nimbus just did a massive amount of damage. And I think that TheMista won that engagement, and a new hub is probably going to go up there soon. And it looks like there has not been any harassment in the base in the meantime. Meanwhile, Mista is walking straight into his opponent's base with a big group of stealth stalkers, one commando as well. Who knows that there's a seeker? Maybe. And it looks like there's not really anything here to stop him. Huge amount of damage to that hub, and it gets taken out in just 2 volleys. Small hub will be next. Oh, that harvester just did a lot of damage. Look at that. That harvester just wrecked like 6 stalkers. Here comes the warbird. Okay. Warbird takes out 1 stalker. And looks like TheMista could win this. He will win it with about 6 stalkers remaining. And he should be able to continue harassing the economy here. Meanwhile, an engagement in the center is not going in Nimphelos' favor either. More stalkers getting taken out, and he's just falling behind in economy. Meanwhile, his refinery up here in the top left has been spotted, and the hub will get taken down. He actually used a medium hub instead of a small hub, so the commandos are actually taking quite a while to destroy this. Meanwhile, here in the base, Nimphelos is really struggling to mass any forces that can get this out of here. It's only 5 stalkers, but with Nimbus support, he's really struggling. Meanwhile, a medium hub has gone up over here on the right side. lot of Mista's forces are just continuing to defend here, and more production is going up, but it does not matter. GG is being exchanged, and the Mista wins Game 1. Well played. We saw some interesting Stealth Stalker usage quite early there from Nimphelos, but Mista was able to counter it quite handily, and his